Hi, it's Magnum. I'm on Nerds After Dark, and we're going to be chatting about what makes me nerdy, kind of diving into who I am and letting you see a little bit more of me. And if you want to find me, you can go to magxnum.com and everything will be right there.
Uno, dos, uno, dos, tres.
Pose. Pretty.
Uno, dos, uno, dos, tres.
Pose.
What's going on, world? It's your boy Tito P. This is Nerds Rule the World presents the Nerds After Dark show. After Dark Nerds. I'm back again. Y'all know how I started in the game. When I first started off as a filmmaker, I was working on adult films, y'all, and I met the realest people working in that industry. It was super dope. And then I guess when I went quote unquote mainstream, they didn't like me doing those kind of conversations because, I'm on the radio, I'm doing podcasts, I'm hosting other like cable access shows, and I was doing it for a minute, but they asked me to separate it. So now we're doing some real nerd shit, but with nerds in the adult game, because there are real nerds in this adult game. And today I'm honored and I'm excited to have one that's a star that's blowing up. Shout out to my pal Erica over at the Rub PR. I love Erica. That's my homie.
Mhm.
She brought in, as you see by my background, the sexy, the amazing, the nerdy, the beautiful, the tattooed.
Oh
We're
my
going to get
God.
into all these things. The lovely Canadian beauty, Magnum. I'm going to remove my pin. Air horns are going off right now, Magnum. You can't hear it. It'll be in post because I don't want to deafen you. But I love to
Thank
celebrate
you.
people. So, pa-perm. We're celebrating. How are you
Thank you.
today?
I love it. I'm amazing. I'm happy to be here with you today.
And I'm
I've been
so
looking forward to
thankful.
this.
Thank you. So I just gotta kick it off because this is Nerds After Dark, where we celebrate our nerddom, but also we're the grown and sexy too. This is the grown and sexy portion of Nerds Rule the
Hmm.
World with After Dark Nerds. I was peeping the heart tattoo. So, and it's right here on
Yeah,
this.
everyone notices that. It's like everyone talks about that tattoo of mine mostly because
I,
it's kind of it's one of the first ones you see when you look at me.
and that tells
So,
me you're a nerd out the gate, homie. So like, can we just start there and then we'll obviously go into other things, but like why
mhm.
that tattoo and how what was that kind of meaning that it brought to that you wanted to do that tattoo?
Sure, yeah. So I think this was my second tattoo I ever got. I was definitely too young. So I was really, really young. And I was more of a nerd when I was younger. And I used to love to play Zelda. So that's kind of the
Yes. I was
significance
wondering if
of
that was
this
it.
one. Yeah, yeah. Everyone's like, is it Mario? Is it Zelda? Those are like one of the two. And I'm like, yeah, it's Zelda. I used to be totally obsessed with it and played all like the older games. I've tried some of the ones on the Switch. It's so different than like what I used to be playing when I was younger. But yeah, I've tried some of those.
I love it. So
Were
were you
you
blowing in the
into playing
cartridge?
that game at all?
Oh, of course. That was the game.
Yeah.
The gold joints,
Yeah.
and you thought they're like the most expensive thing ever. Because remember the I don't know if you were like the 8-bit, 16-bit, like old school, where the cartridges you blow in them and everything. Were you playing on
Yeah,
that?
I had those too. Yeah, I had a really sick gold one also.
Exactly. And I thought I was
I
like,
wish
yo,
I
I'm
never
rich.
sold it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I sold so much of my stuff when I stopped, having time to play video games, and I regret it so much because I feel like they would be worth something, but also just like I wish I could go back and play them for the nostalgia. I guess I could find it
Yeah.
maybe somewhere one day.
Yeah, it's never too late. I was like you when I got older and I'm like, and then started dating and like, I didn't want girls to be like, oh, you play video games? So I sold them all
Yeah,
and, stupid us, right? Like they would still
I
appreciate you.
know.
You shouldn't have to change for nobody. They'll love the real you, right?
No, I mean, I love nerdy guys. So it's kind of a turn on for me. Well, you just have to find the right nerdy girl to match you, I guess.
There you go. So,
And
you
yeah,
know
you
what I'm
don't
saying?
get it.
So you should have just kept up with it. But, at that time we don't know any better. So, But like now I'm like diving back into like old school retro gaming because it's just fun and there's nothing like blowing in a cartridge and like
I know. There's just something about it.
it's the best.
I got this one super young, and then my tattoo after that was the tree from Lord of the Rings,
Oh,
the
dope.
tree of Gondor. I had it on my back, like in the middle of my back. And I love getting tattooed. I'll always be getting tattooed and getting like big pieces, and it kind of got in the way just having this like little tree in the middle of my back. So unfortunately, I covered it. But yeah, I used to love Lord of the Rings too. And then I have my Star Wars tattoo also when I was really young, but I still do love it. I might cover it up one day just because I kind of have a bodysuit and I want everything to flow together and have all the same style. So unfortunately, it might have to go, but I might keep like the globe of it maybe. I'm not sure yet.
I feel that. I feel that. I
Yeah.
I luckily still have a good enough amount of canvas to play with. It's just getting
I was
my
gonna ask
wife
you,
to let
do
me
you
do
have
it.
any nerdy tattoos?
Not nerdy. I have like kanji, but that's like so stereotypical Asian. I'm Asian. So they're like, it's kind of lame. But I also have like a dragon like on this arm, but it's
Okay,
like the
dragons
dragon
are
that most
cool.
people think with Drew Hill. I don't know if you remember Drew Hill, that R&B group back in the day. And so everybody like, why did you get the
Oh
Drew Hill
no.
dragon? The Cisco Thong Song guy. And I'm like,
Oh, okay, yes, yes, I know that.
I had that dragon before Cisco. I'm not trying to copy them. And so I actually regret those tattoos in a way. You know what I'm saying? You ever like regret that well, like obviously like for
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you know?
I have tattoos I got with people, like in relationships or
Yeah.
stuff like that. So those ones I would regret, but I don't really regret many of them because it reminds me of like where I was in my life.
I feel that.
Um, when I was younger, what I was doing. So I don't mind that. But I mean, I covered up so much of my stuff now.
I
So
feel that. So let's start
yeah.
there because what I read about you, again, shout out to my pal Erica. Before you jumped
Yes,
off
shout out to
into,
Erica. I love her.
I love her too. She is such the best. Um,
hmm
Before you jumped off into the outdoor game, as I read, you were a medical, and I'm gonna brutalize this, esthetician is how you pronounce
Yeah,
it?
esthetician.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
you're
got
pretty
it.
good. Yeah, you got it.
So,
Yeah, I was
which
a
you did
medical
tattoo removal and
esthetician
everything,
for
right?
uh-huh. Yeah, I mean for most of the time in that career I did like skincare, waxing, facials, nails, makeup, all that stuff. And then for a few years I did like the medical side, the laser, and then I did tattoo removal for a little while, which was so much fun. I do miss that sometimes. But then
Awesome.
I left that job in tattoo removal to pursue my adult content and career full time. And it's been a year and a half, I think, not even 2 years yet.
Oh wow, so
It's
you're
been
still
quite
fairly
a
new.
journey.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I guess I like to think so. I'm kind of new in
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So I would assume that it wasn't was it your passion or did your passion change during that? Because I saw that you kind of started a little bit before you got out and did it full time in the adult work.
Yeah, I mean, I had my OnlyFans for probably 5 or 6 years before I kind of it started taking off and I put like I went full time into it. But I wasn't really posting that much. I wasn't posting any videos. It was just strictly modeling photos and some implied, nothing too crazy. So it didn't it it wasn't as busy as it was like when I started making videos. That's kind of when everything changed, that's what they want to see. So yeah, it went from there. I mean, it was hard to have another career and do this at the same time. And this was more of my passion
Oh, okay.
and just like the lifestyle that I wanted. And all the things that come with this job is what I really wanted to have, and I knew it would fit my lifestyle. So I yeah, I let that go and then I started this full time. I didn't know, you never know if something's going to go well. It was really just like taking a chance on something
Yeah.
and putting your heart and soul into it and hoping for the best and seeing where it goes. So that's what I did. And yeah, luckily it's been so much fun and I'm so grateful for everything that I've done the past like year and a half. And yeah, it's been going good.
That is
So
awesome. I love that for you, because a lot of us find ourselves in these careers that we do maybe for family or for, you know, the people around us that, oh, you just got to do this, right? But it's not where our heart is. And so you're wasting away, right? And it just isn't meaningful. So when you find something that you really love, I love that for everyone that I know that are my friends and family and the people I meet, like yourself. It's
oh
just
yeah.
the best. You're being your true self, and that's what we all should want for people. So this business, though, it's not for everybody. And I'm sure you probably have your own stories in just a year and a half. I've been in, like I said, in and out of the game, as I said in my opener. I've been a filmmaker since 1996. That's kind of dating myself. Obviously, I stay young because it's just about how you feel. Don't let it work be work. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what ages you, right?
Yes.
So just
Uh-huh.
live your best life. So when did
Oh
like
yes, 100%. Um so you were a filmmaker from then, is
Oh
what you were
yeah, I was
saying?
crewing. I
From
was crewing and acting, but I wasn't in front of the camera. In regards to the adult side of the house, I was
okay,
crewing
yes, you're
on
behind it.
projects. Yeah, and then
Hmm.
acting on the other
Okay.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I always found the best people, like the most relatable people, which I'm sure you've met as well, the most realist people, because everybody in Hollywood puts up a facade. They're fake, let's be real. So I just love this industry and why I continue to cover it, regardless of where I'm at and on the radio or whatever, because y'all the realest people. And so I'm happy to meet you, Magnum. So when you
Oh,
decided
thank
to
you. Happy to meet you too. I've met some of my best friends in this industry and people I'll be friends with for a lifetime. So I totally agree.
Awesome. And I'm sorry for the delay. There's like a weird delay going on, so I'm not sure when to stop. And so
It's
I
okay.
apologize
I
if I'm
was
cutting you off.
struggling to hear what you were
A
saying.
few
All right,
moments
Magnum.
later.
So I'm learning all of these amazing things about you. I want to kick it off into uh, as a sexual being. Like, when did you wake up and like, okay, this is what I want out of my life? And as I know what I said earlier, you found out what your true passion was and what you want to do. And I love that
Yes,
when we finally find ourselves and
yes.
we're not in these
Find our
monotonous
thing.
roles that life is, right? And we're living our true selves,
Mhm.
our best lives. So, where did it start for you to be in like this adult side of the house? Were you always like this sexual being? Like, tell me the origins of Magnum up in Canada. Is there not a lot to do because we're just sipping syrup all the time, or we doing some wacky stuff? I don't know. What
Sipping
is it in
syrup.
Canada?
Oh, I love that. I'm gonna start saying that. That's amazing. Yeah, we're just sipping syrup and having
I
sex
love Canada,
and
by the way, and I love syrup.
doing fun. You do?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
nice.
like. I really want to be after this election. I don't want to get into politics, but like we have this
Yeah,
orange evil bastard over here, and I
I
want to move to
know.
Toronto because I have so many friends in Toronto. Like I'm ready to move to Canada, like right now.
Toronto's kind of similar to where I live, but a lot bigger of a city. I live in like the small version of Toronto,
Okay.
kind of. But yeah. Have you ever been to like Montreal?
Not yet. I've only really been in like the Niagara Falls, Toronto area. That's
Okay.
not too
Yeah,
far.
Canada is beautiful. There's so much to explore.
Oh
You'll have to
yeah.
come and see more, definitely. Yeah.
I definitely want
But
to go to Montreal and Vancouver and all.
I yeah, I have always been a sexual being, like you said, since day one. I mean, I my whole life kind of led me to this point, I like to say. Um, I was always super sexual. I was always filming myself with partners. I was always a bit of an exhibitionist, and I led a lifestyle of um, a lot of adventures. So it was just so natural for me to transition into this job, and it is 100% my passion. And I like what you said. It's so nice when people can find their thing, because I definitely found mine. I was searching my whole life for what is going to be my thing, because I could not settle for doing a job that I did not absolutely love. You spend so much time at your job, and I was spending so much time at work not loving what I was doing, and
Mm.
I felt like I was wasting my time away when I could find something that I really, really loved to do, which is this. So I'm very, very grateful I found that. It lets me be creative, passionate, meet amazing people. I'm kind of becoming my own photographer now, which is exciting.
Oh,
I just
awesome.
got my first camera, so I'm using that to stream and take pictures, and hopefully take videos for people and pictures eventually. But it's done so, so much for my life, and it was such an easy, like, how did I start? It was just so natural, you know? Modeling was definitely a gateway though
Okay.
into this. I feel like sometimes like a girl will start with modeling, and then it just becomes like more and more, and then becomes like content and whatever if you want it to. I would say that's kind of maybe how it originated, since I started my OnlyFans with just photos. And everyone was asking me for videos that was on my page. So yeah, when I started to give them that, then I kind of went from there. But I'm doing so much now. I'm doing streaming. I'm traveling so much. I had to remember that this is not my whole life, and get back into my hobbies, because I've been so obsessed with like my work. I love what I do. It doesn't feel like a job
Oh, that's the
most days.
best. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But like video games, I want to get back into that eventually. I have so much time dedicated to what I do. I'm trying to get into other things again as well.
Awesome. So you found your passion. You wanted to do this. Your kind of
Hmm.
gateway, you said, was a little bit of modeling before it full blown with the OnlyFans and all of that. Doing the
Hmm.
medical assistant thing to make things work to facilitate that, right? Because you had to have like a regular day gig. Um,
Hmm.
but doing it full bore, you had thankfully partners that were fine with all of that, which is well, number one, they should automatically be fine with you because it's up to you first, you know, you or else you wouldn't have
Oh
been with them,
yeah,
right? If they
if they
didn't, cool.
weren't, then that would not work.
Yeah. So
Unfortunately.
thankfully that was all
Yeah.
cool. But like, so tell me about that because a lot of people that get worried about social community and all of that. Were you always so it was good for you, but did you ever care or just how do you tackle that with friends that want to be in this, but they're afraid because of the social,
Like, what do
opinion?
people think
Yeah.
of that? Or like
Yeah.
relationships, or
Because
like
I give a fuck,
people
and I'm
in
sure like
general?
you, fuck what everybody else thinks. I'm
Oh
doing me.
no, I
So
don't.
what do you say to people that deal with that?
Well, first of all, in the beginning, I I am not like if I was a girl that had no tattoos and like not showing my face, I could maybe get away with it. But I have so much like identifying marks that there's no way to try to run from it or hide from it. It's like, is that you? Yeah. So I always kind of didn't give a fuck, because I mean, you could tell it's me right away. So I never like hid my face or anything like that. I have amazing friends who are very not judgmental and so, so supportive of what I do. But I definitely had maybe like two friends that maybe weren't so comfortable in the beginning with the idea of it, or like, how do I introduce you to my mom when we go for dinner and you talk about what you do for work, or there's things like that, or like family. But everyone's been very, very supportive. They see that I'm happy and I'm safe, and I love what I do. So yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm lucky to say that, but
Wonderful.
yeah, it hasn't been too tricky for me so far.
That's great. And that's key. And that's beautiful. And I love that you have that. That's amazing. So thank you, support
How
system.
how
We appreciate
how was
y'all.
that for you? How was your experience with that?
Well, working crew, I didn't give a fuck. And most people
Yeah.
were like, oh, how can I get on? And it was like, nah, bruh, like I don't think you're built for this. It takes, and I'm sure you know, and I want to get into that. It takes a
Oh,
certain,
everyone asking
yeah,
to
to
do it?
be well, to get into it. I'm like, you could, you couldn't perform. A lot of people think they can perform, and I'm sure you know this, but they cannot perform. And also just be on a set. And it, in a way, and actually, I want to dive into that as well. How, while we may be comfortable with sex, when you're actually working on a set, recording sex, sometimes it is actual work. And I want
Oh,
to
100%.
dive into that. Like, you got to hold your leg up this way. And, while that other guy, like, well, like me, I'm like setting my cameras, I'm, getting the lighting right. It is insane. What has
Mm-hmm.
that transition to it? It's been a passion. You're very free with your sexuality, but then when you actually dive into doing it more outside of your boyfriends, it's probably fun, because you just camera, cell phone, right? But on an
Totally
actual
different.
set, it's insane, right?
Mm-hmm. So I mostly do my own content, but I have been venturing off and doing some like mainstream stuff if it's stuff that I really want to do. But it's very rare. You won't see me that much unless it's on my own sites.
Okay.
However, because I'm so passionate about it in the beginning, I wasn't sure I wanted to do that because I wanted to be, authentically me and do what
Mm.
I want. But I have found sites that it's something that I still can portray myself and enjoy myself and all of that. But it can still be work. Sometimes you could be there for like, I think 8 hours was like the longest day that I was shooting for, like for a studio. And the outcome is going to be beautiful and the craft of it, it's going to
Oh
look
yeah.
good. So you have to do sometimes what might not be the most comfortable or something for a really long time. And it does feel like actual work. Like sometimes it's like acrobatics. And yeah, you have to be able to perform and also be a performer. So I really love doing that as much as my own content, but try to be as authentic as possible
I feel that.
for
And I love that you
myself.
do more so your own because you can be control. I'm a kind of a control freak too in a lot of ways. I want to
Oh, me too.
know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You feel me. What is going to be done and put out there, that right angle and all that. So, what were some of the things
Yeah.
you wish you knew when you did do all of that, or just even with this, that you give like pro tips to friends or people that come up to you and like they want to get into the industry?
Okay, if someone comes up to me and wants to get in the industry, I usually say it's not the best idea and not a good idea. And I explain, well, it can be a good idea if you can do all of these things. There's a lot of things that you might not expect because everyone thinks like, oh yeah, okay, I want to do what you do. It's so easy. Like, oh, you make it look so easy. Like, I spend so much time working. Like I have no life. Some days I feel like an athlete. It can be exhausting. It's super rewarding, but you have to dedicate a lot of your life and your time to learning, to starting in the beginning. You need to be a freak and actually enjoy it. You
Right?
need to
You gotta
be a
love it.
very sexual person because every day I'm doing things. And if you don't want to be doing that every day, then this is probably not the best thing for you. If you don't want to be having sex all day, every day, and into some wild stuff, then I probably wouldn't necessarily recommend it. But I mean, you still could. It's a lot of also work, computer work, paperwork. I mean, I've kind of built my apartment into a studio, and you take on a lot of different hats. You become a lot of different people, and like, yeah, you kind of have to become a photographer. It depends what kind of avenue that person's looking for. If you're looking for mainstream or content, because they're two very, very different things. And being a performer and being a content creator is very, very different. I enjoy doing both, but maybe I would suggest to start out with content.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I usually say. I was saying, I don't know, and I have to explain all of these things. You need to know
Yeah.
what you're getting into before you start. I usually get asked mostly by guys, at least in my messages that want to like start porn.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what I would say.
Gotcha. Real talk. I am with you, and I co-sign all of that because it's not what a lot of people think it is. It is
No,
amazing. It
that's
is a
what
lot of
that's what I
fun.
explain.
Yeah, but it's totally not what they think it is. So with that, I'm sure you have some tales, but I don't want to put anybody on blast because I'm sure there's ups and downs of the work. But
Oh
if you
yeah.
can, in so many ways, just the journey along the way, what are some things that you found out that you didn't know before? Maybe like some of the people you've enjoyed working with along the way thus far in the past year and a half, I think it was, right? About a year and a half in.
Yeah, about a year and a half. Things that I found out is I'm into a lot of interesting things now that I probably wasn't before when I started. I do a lot of custom content. It keeps me very busy, and I get very interesting things
I'm sure.
asked of me and requests. And a lot of the time, I'm gonna do them, and I think like I don't understand why someone likes this or why does this turn them on. And then I do it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I kind of like this. Like
That's
this is
crazy,
fun.
right? I
So
dig
I
that.
have like a million kinks now from doing all of these wild things and
Yeah,
enjoying like 90% of them that
that's
I didn't
awesome.
know about myself. That's definitely something I didn't know before. Um, yeah, I've worked with amazing people and met some of my best friends, like I said, this year. I do prefer to become friends with people I work with and work with the same people more often. I'm not working with new people very much. I like to kind of stick to the ones that I know,
Yeah,
and then kind of building off of that, you end up making even better content like every time getting to know each other. So, yeah.
I feel that. I feel that. And just for safety reasons as well. You just never know in this
Oh, yeah,
business.
I definitely want to slow down on that to keep yourself safe. It's very
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
So along this journey, I'm sure you're doing things for the first time. I think I read, shout out to again to my pal Erica. You did an anal scene, if you will. Was that your first time? Were there a lot of firsts in the business? I don't know if that was your very first time, but like, was there anything like crazy? Like you said, you discovered new kinks that
Hmm.
you found. Was it uh yeah, if you can maybe describe just how that was, and not, I don't know specifically the anal scene or whatever, but just the fun amazing stuff that you're just discovering because the sexual revolution that you're on, Magnum, as you're doing your thing in this
It
industry.
definitely is.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, well, I mean, because it's my first year or whatnot, a lot of first things are on film, right? I'm
Yeah.
trying to spread them out because I want to do them all at once, but I really can't. So you guys have to wait. But I did do, yeah, my first anal scene like a few months ago, and now I want to do all of them all the time. So stay tuned for that. Definitely, yeah, unlocked something in myself there. So there'll be a lot of fun things to look forward to. What else can I say? I mean, I have my niche things that I film.
What are some
Um,
goals in the industry? Like what are things that you want to do that you haven't done yet, maybe?
mm, um, well, some things I've done a lot of things I wanted to do as far as like scenes. I would love to film more like porn films, like actual movies,
Yeah,
maybe recreation of movies on my own, or just things that have really cool stories that are shot really, really beautifully. So I do want to get more involved in that side of like the studio and mainstream, do a little bit more acting. I mean, little role play acting in some scenes, but it's nothing like I really want to do. So a goal for me would be to try to get more into that kind of mainstream filming, kind of take it to another level. I love really beautifully filmed stuff. I know most of the time people probably don't care, don't pay attention to that, but I try to do that in my own content as well, just make everything look
yeah.
nice. So yeah, I'm working towards tightening up my work and through this year, because I've tried so many things, I'm trying to find out what are my things.
I feel that.
Um, what is like, who is Magnum? And
Let's go.
Magnum and my personal life have kind of turned into one. I'm like one person now. I used to maybe be a little bit separate, like two people, my Magnum
Yeah,
persona and me, but now it's me, it's one person. Like if people ask me my name, I say that it's Magnum, and uh, if I'm going to the spa or anywhere, it just sounds cooler. It sounds cooler anyways than my
it's
regular name.
definitely cool. And how did you come up with Magnum, if I may ask?
It was a nickname given to me by somebody. We went to the gun range and they gave me a 44 Magnum to shoot, and I think that they thought it was going to be kind of funny. Like maybe I wasn't going to do so well, and I kind of impressed them, and then they just called me Magnum. Everyone called me Magnum after that. And it was my Instagram name, and I just never changed it when I started in this industry,
Okay.
and nobody else has that name. I think there's like one guy that has that name, but I just kept it and I haven't changed it. And I wanted to have a last name, so I just ended up splitting my name in half, and that's how that happened.
And the Mag and the Numb, like NUMB. Wow, how adding the B there, just to make it slightly different.
Yeah, just to make it a little bit different.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah.
Awesome. So I see like a little bit of an affinity for guns. And on like one of your latest IG posts, you're looking like Tomb Raider. And I'm like, okay, I need the Tomb Raider adult parody with Magnum now,
Oh
because
my
that would be
gosh,
so hot.
that's
That
such a
would be
good
hot.
idea.
Let's get it.
Yes. Yes. Okay, thank you. I'm definitely going to do that. Yeah, there's a bunch of like video game cosplay stuff I would like to do eventually. I used to post more like that. I'm gonna be doing more photo shoots, like old Magnum photo shoots. So I'm looking forward to that. It's just I can't post that stuff everywhere. So yeah, you on
Yeah.
Instagram I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just something so hot about girls with firearms that I had this like obsession with it. So I was like, I want to do that too.
I love it, and I agree. I love
Mhm.
that. So let's talk about nerdiness, with this kind of gateway with video games. What are some of the first things you as a kid where you said you were more nerdy then, but then, like I said, as we get older, we nerdiness transition. It's not your quote unquote nerd as it
Mhm.
were. Because, like you were saying earlier, you've gotten into photography because of your work and camera work. I'm sure you're learning all this, and you're becoming more of Magnum now. Magnum is one and the
Yeah.
same with you now. You're running your
It's
own
one.
studio. So,
Hmm.
what were some of your inspos, things growing up that like influenced the tattoos? Because I also want to dive into that. I don't think I've talked enough about tattoos yet. Like, what created the vibe of Magnum? Coming up. What were you into? What were you like a Tim Burton fan? Like emo side? Like, what were some of the like
Hmm.
geeky pop culture things you remember growing up that you were vibing with?
So I was quite an emo kid. There in high school, there was like me and my best friend, and we stood out from like everyone, and we were the only like two emo kids in our whole school, which was really funny. My friend had this like spiky hair and I had like the fringe over my face and like I couldn't see ever. It was just kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I guess I was into like heavy music from the beginning, from really young. Like I love metal music. I still do. I still go to a lot of shows. I still like to travel and go to see shows. So that was kind of a big influence, I guess, on my look and my dark hair. Um, I love like horror movies and action movies and things like that, which might have translated into some of my look early on. But I I'm just me. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what style I have. I'm kind of a bit all over the place with it. Um, what else would have inspired me? Yeah, with my tattoos, I mean, I just love how confident it makes me feel in my body. I love the art that my artist does. He's so incredible, and I love the feeling of getting tattooed. I think it's one of the most enjoyable parts about it. I am a little bit of a masochist and I do enjoy pain. Um, so I do really like the aspect of that of getting tattooed. And then you also have this beautiful artwork on you. And yeah, that makes me really happy.
I dig that. I'm with that, and I love the work, the ink work. You know, all you. Of course, I'm representing for you. Love it. Were you? I think I
Yeah,
saw. Were
I
you a
love it.
Suicide Girl at one point, or when they
Mhm.
were doing their thing?
Yeah, I still am. I still have like 5 sets that are coming out, but my sets only come out like every 6 months. So it takes a long time to see new photos of me on there. But I just had one come out like a month ago, like a duo set.
Oh, dope.
So yeah, I've been on there for like a year or so now. I absolutely love it. It's a great community and it's also great to build your career and business if you are on the more alternative side.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are Suicide Girls, and just I love that community. Y'all are rock. Y'all are hot. Y'all are dope. Amazing. All right, I want to throw some quick, like, to get to know Magnum type questions at you, and on the nerdy tip,
Sure.
because we're after dark nerds. We're nerds after dark. So you don't have to give me your top five or top three or whatever, but what just comes to mind automatically. So we went into music a little bit. So who are the first artists or bands that come to mind when you're just vibing that you are immediately on the playlist? Give me like three out the gate that Magnum vibes with.
Oh my gosh, I have a million playlists. So that's difficult because if it's my playlist and it's metal, I'm not gonna listen to that with like in certain situations or like my hardcore music or whatnot. And then I'll have like a spa music playlist or I have streaming and camming playlists and I have like every genre
Then
of
what's the get
music
hype? Let's get the get hype. What is the
possible.
get hype Magnum? I'm about to do something. What do you put on? What do you put on? What's on play to get hype?
I mean, at the gym, I've been listening to Arch Enemy lately
Okay.
and Paleface. Dying Wish, I really love. I'm trying to learn about EDM and electronic music. So I've been listening to a little bit of that. Oh, what's it called? I'm listening to John Summit, something like that,
Okay.
which is not bad. Yeah, but mostly like heavier stuff for my workout and like I like older 80s music. I love like Duran Duran, Depeche Mode. I like some dark wave stuff as
Okay.
well.
I love
Yeah.
lists like this because it helps me like remember that or revisit that. You know what I'm saying? When you hear lists like this, it's like, oh, I gotta peep
Mhm.
that again. It's been a minute since I saw that. So thank you.
You're
Um,
welcome. On my link for my website, like magnumx.com, magxnumb.com. Sorry, I can't speak today. I do have my Spotify, so if you want to follow me, you can see all my playlists. I like to share it with people. So yeah, you can find all my music there.
I love it. Everybody, all of Magnum's links will be in the description. Well, all that YouTube will allow, because I got to be careful. We
Yeah,
don't want to
not
get
all of
blocked.
these.
All the approved links that they'll allow, and then just go to the link tree, and then please support my pal Magnum. All right,
Oh,
Magnum.
thank
What
you so
is,
much.
of course, what is because we're in the sexy business, right? What is your get sexy song, or maybe romantic? Let's get romantic, because they obviously know the get sexy stuff, right? They're seeing you get sexy, but when you really want to
Mhm.
have that moment with your guy or gal, whomever it may be, I don't discriminate on either or alien. We don't discriminate at all. It's whatever it is.
Might be sometimes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What is
Yeah.
the song that you put on to I want to have some fun?
I mean, I have many playlists for that, but
Something that
lately
comes to mind.
Sleep Token's been good
Sweet Token?
lately. Yeah. Have you heard of
Okay.
that?
No, now I gotta find it. That's why I love
Oh,
lists like this. I
wow.
need to check
Okay.
out.
I mean, I've had that new album on repeat, and so have my friends. So you should
Okay.
definitely check that out. It's like heavy, but then like really sexy and heavy again. And it
Mm.
kind of builds up. So yeah, it's really good if you're doing some things.
And it kind of helps you get into a rhythm, I would say, right? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
You're saying fast and slow and like, okay, I can
Uh-huh. That's what I vibe to.
okay.
That's what I like. Uh-huh.
All right, Sweet Token. I'm gonna have to peep that out. All right, let's move over to like when we're just chilling, Netflix and chilling. But before we get to the what real Netflix and chilling is, what are we watching? Like, what is some of your favorite films and or TV that you love when you're just chilling out?
So I work on the computer all day and I watch movies at the same time or shows, whatever. I love documentaries. I
Oh, I saw
love
you like crime documentaries. I read that about you.
yes,
True
yeah. I
crime.
love I watch every single one possible. I need to get like new streaming platforms to find new ones. Yeah, every day I'll be watching some kind of crime documentary or something like Criminal Minds. I like to feel like I'm the investigator and like I'm solving the problems. I think that's why I like it. It's also relaxing for me in a weird way. I love horror movies and horror TV shows. Me and my friends will always be watching horror movies, and I love like the Conjuring universe of horror movies and some of the really old ones. I like the Rob Zombie ones, the Evil Deads, the Return of the Night of the Living Dead, something like that. I always forget how to say it because it's a long name. It's one of my favorite movies with like the punk rock
Oh
zombies.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That. Yeah, I think it's Return of the Living Dead. Yeah. That's a
Return of the
classic.
Night of the Living Dead. So, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
those like classic ones or yeah, Evil Dead. Some of the one like when the gore is like it looks really fake and like cheesy. I do love
Yeah.
those. Yeah.
The buckets
Um
of candy syrup that, dyed syrup to just blood and guts. We love it.
yeah. Yeah, I love that stuff mostly. But what else? I'll watch my like reality shows. I love 90 Day Fiance. That's like my guilty pleasure that
Okay.
I'll watch. And I've watched like a million seasons of that and all the variations of it. I'm kind of a hopeless romantic, so I like that.
I love that. I feel that. I'm a Temptation Island person. Uh, all day,
I
every day.
haven't watched that.
Oh, it was the bomb back in the day. I think they came back like last year, and I know everybody's
Mm.
like on Love Island USA now. That's like the thing. Um, but awesome. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Horror, TV, music. What is the perfect day when you're not working? Because again, I know you and I are like the same. We're like workhorses. It's everything in our work.
Mm-hmm.
But what is the
Mm-hmm. It's
perfect
hard not
chill
to.
day? What do you need to do? Like, is it a nightmare to have your phone? Like, what would be your perfect chill day to
Yeah,
decompress?
no phone. Like as you know, we never are off our phones, always
Yeah.
checking it. Like because like my phone is work. I just want to like throw it out the window for a day. So no phone, no talking to like anyone unless they're with me. I tell my assistant like don't message me on my days off as much unless it's emergency at this point. I love to work out lately, so I would work out in the morning. I love to cook. I'm gluten-free, dairy-free. I have a kind of a crazy diet. I don't eat high histamine foods. Not a lot of things I can eat, so I'm always cooking for myself like every day. Yeah, watch a movie or something, go outside. I love to go on hikes, bike riding, skateboarding, going to the spa maybe. Um, what else? Yeah, or just I like organizing things. So I might like organize my house or my closet.
Doing some Marie
Uh,
Kondo thing type deal. Did you ever see that?
yes. Yeah, I'm a bit on the spectrum. So yeah, that's one of my things is I organize everything
I feel that.
perfectly. Like if you open my drawers, it's like so yeah, that's what I probably do on my day off.
I love that.
Mm, yeah. What do you like to do?
Ah, I need to be away from my phone, but it's so hard. It's so hard. I
I
like to
know. I need
travel,
like a box to lock it in or
right?
something. Yeah.
Totally. Like, yeah, just keep it away. It's hard. I love to travel and visit new places, and I'm a
Me
foodie,
too.
so it's like I want to taste new
Hmm.
flavors. Something different. I'm not a chain restaurant person. I want to try like a mom and pop, something special to that area. Like that's what I love to do. And then um, I just went to the beach this past weekend, but I live in like the west on the East Coast, and they're like, we're gonna go to like Virginia Beach. We were in Virginia Beach, and I'm not a American stateside beach person because like I know what we throw in the
Uh-huh.
water. Like I'll be in the Caribbean, I'll be
Yeah,
on
you don't
like
want
a
to go in there.
European. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm bougie. I was just like I'm a beach. I just found out that I'm a bougie beach person because they're like you don't know you can have that beach. I'll sit on the beach, but I'm not going in that water. It's too nasty. Like
No, like here, there's signs at the beach that say swim at your own risk because the water, I'm assuming it's because of the water.
yeah,
Uh, I don't want to go in there. I don't know what's gonna happen, if you're gonna grow another arm or something or what. I just
exactly.
love tanning on the outside in the sun on the beach, but yeah, no water for me. Definitely.
We're the
No.
same. We're the same. I feel you, Magnum.
Yeah.
Well, I
Mhm.
am just having so much fun and getting to know you. I hope as you progress in this industry, you can come back and we can talk things and I can hype it up and promote and do all I can. But it's been a pleasure getting to know you on Nerds After
Thank
Dark.
you, you as well. It's always so interesting doing these kind of things because I do them and then sometimes it's a long time before it comes out and you grow so much and you change so much in your
Right?
career and in your job. So it's really nice to come back and like full circle do it again. So definitely. Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Definitely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Again, everybody, I'm gonna have Magnum's links in the description below. But Magnum, for those, a lot of my people listen to my interviews while they're on their commute. For those that got
Mhm.
excellent memory, I'm getting too old. I can't remember shit. So that's why I'll be looking in the description. But for those that might be driving, commuting, where can they find you online?
So if you just look up MAGXNUMB, magxnum, .com, you can find everything there.
There she
Simple.
is, the amazing Magnum. Show her love, support, and as soon as she's available, I would love to have you back on, Magnum. You are
Yes,
amazing. I
anytime.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you so
I want
much.
to talk whatever new tattoos you're getting, nerd out on all
Yes.
things. Oh, do you also do the convention show circuit? Have you done like AVN Exotica? And do you have any coming up that we can promote where you'll be at?
Yeah, I went to Avian for the first time, the last one, and I will be going this winter. So if you want to come say hi, meet me, hang out, I'm gonna have a couple things that you might want to get there. I'll be at Avian. But other than that, I don't do many of the other ones. Oh, I'll do the Alt Awards every year as well in AVN. Those are like the two.
Awesome.
Yeah. Do you go as well?
I've been talking to Erica. I'm probably gonna finally make. She's been begging me to finally come out. I do the Exoticas all the time, but I'm probably
I heard
gonna make
Exotica is cool.
Exotica's pretty cool. Exotica's cool. I do DC and New Jersey. I want to do like Miami and Chicago, but I'm gonna hopefully do AVN. Fingers crossed. Erica's like, you got to do it. You got to do it. So hopefully this coming year. So hopefully I'll see you. Would love to meet you.
Yeah, we'll hang out for sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Magnum. I appreciate you. That is the amazing Magnum. Y'all show her love. All the links are in the description below. I'm Tito P, the amazing Magnum. Nerds After Dark, y'all. Peace.
Nerds After Dark.
It's just a great time to hang out, meet people. I mean, I've had sex with everybody here already, so it's kind of like,
Not me.
Yeah, Nerds After Dark, coming soon.com. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not getting him beat up or me. Not doing it.
Yeah, we don't want to get in trouble.
No. But